Hey, USers, this is part one of levels, volatility trading, and 200 SMA trading. This is part two, my bad. This is part two. We just had part one. But anyways, so I was talking about coming down here. I bought it at this 200 SMA, risk down here just below it a few cents, maybe 4 cents. And it bounced. I think I took a little bit off, but not much at all. And then bounced again. I was getting a little nervous here, but good little lower high. And it came back up, and on this really good push candle, I sold all of it, and then I sold most of it, and then the rest of it right here is kind of shaking around. It was just a really hard top right here. They're sellers. Sold the rest. Really happy. That's a good trade. I mean, it's not percentage-wise, it's not as much, but it really, if you're following your fundamentals, it's not like a luck play. I mean, it's a really good trade. You should feel proud of that, and I feel proud of my trade. Anyway, so I want to continue to talk about levels. So I want to talk about the SPY and why I have this level marked here. I don't have this level marked here because of this or even this. I have this level marked here for a reason, and in hindsight it doesn't look that big, but in reality it is big. I mean, the market was doing good, bounced off the 200. This is the S&P 500, and when it was crashing and it was breaking through these levels, people are freaking out, and especially on this washout right here. By the way, like a 1, 2, 3 good candles that just drop down hard. That's called a washout. So many people don't understand, oh no, where's it going to go? Where's this going to bounce? Where's this going to bounce? And a good understanding of that is, let's look at this price. This is 274.53-ish. I don't know, something like that, 54-ish. Let's look at the daily. This is how I know where it was going to bounce. 274, I want to make sure, 53, okay. All right, we're looking at the daily here. All right. Alright, where are we at? Okay, fuck, there's so much shit on my... Sorry for all the junk on my charts. It's a mess, I know. Okay. 274.53. Okay. Dang, this is hard for you guys to see. Okay. So let's look at this, and we're going to look at these numbers up here. So I put on here, the high, which is right there, is 274.52. And let's look at the low on this side. Is it the low? Yep, 274.56. There is a line there where it was previous resistance, became new support. And that's where that thing bounced when it came down. Was it here? Yeah, it was there. So I'm just saying, that's pretty important. That's something you need to recognize. Is the high previous day, the low previous day, the close. Those things really do matter in the broad market sense. I mean, you can't be like scalping like crazy and like doing what you commonly think is day trading. I mean, but when you figure out where the trend reversal is going to happen, it gives you a much better insight for whether you're going to trade SPY and its options, or if you're going to have a better insight about what another stock's going to do, like X. Because the whole market, they do react to the S&P 500. The whole market, all their stocks react to the S&P 500, and that's something to keep in mind. It'll really give you a good insight about what's going to happen next. So yeah, and of course the 200 SMA is sitting here too. Let me minimize that. Let's back out here. Man, this thing's so messy. I gotta clean it up. These levels do matter though. I think I'm gonna start editing my lines so that red ones are just kind of whatever lines, and then maybe different color means really important. I don't know, but here's the 200 SMA, and this is the daily 200 SMA. So this one's even more important. And you see it tapping here, tapping here. So yeah, it's a really important line, and it's coming right to it right now. It's squeezing up to it. Personally, I think it's going to break through, but as a day trader, that's just a backstep skepticism or bias, I guess you can say. It doesn't really matter what it's going to do, because I'll react and we'll figure out a plan one way or another. Anyways, yeah, so this is the end of this little, plan / trading recap of how I did and how it can be used for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy and, be prosperous.